Thank you for watching My Rights 365 TV. I am your host, Jacqueline, here to bring you...
I want to talk about paradigms. Paradigms. I feel like we've been hearing this word a lot lately. A lot of people have been talking about paradigm shifting. Shout out to the paradigm shifters and anybody that's speaking about paradigm shifting. But I don't hear many people talking about what exactly a paradigm is. It's a nice word to use, but people don't really understand what a paradigm is. How are you going to shift something that you don't understand completely? So I thought I'd give a little bit of in-depth insight into what a paradigm is. What is a paradigm? A paradigm would be described as a collection of beliefs held by a group of people that have been repeated, passed on, and believed from generation to generation to generation to generation. Paradigms are a model, a format, like the instructions on how to perceive or how to think or how to be. A paradigm is a lens of perception. Let's try to make this even easier to understand. Okay, I heard this before. Let's say I was born with glasses on that was stuck to my eyes. Something like that. Contacts. I don't know. Let's say I was born with contacts permanently stuck in my eyelids, and the contacts had a lens that was yellow. So everything that I see through the lens of my contacts around me is tainted in yellow. Yet, because I was born this way, or because this is how I've always been seeing, it looks normal to me. I don't even notice the yellow. And that's why this whole understanding of what a paradigm is can be sometimes tricky to explain to another person, because paradigms don't translate to each other. This is why someone can give you the exact steps or format to how they do something that you want to do, and you still can't do it. It's not because they're more talented than you, or that they didn't give you all of the format. It's just that you're operating under a different paradigm than they're operating under. Let's go back to the yellow vision. So if I was born with contacts that were yellow, and everything I saw through the lens of my contacts was yellow throughout the world, imagine if you didn't have the contacts on and you were trying to explain to me the way it looks without the yellow filter. No. You're seeing it yellow. You're seeing it yellow-blue. The sky is really blue-blue. I see the sky is blue. It's blue. I see it. No. The way you're seeing it is yellow-blue, but it's actually blue-blue. Get what I'm saying? The person with the yellow lenses is not going to understand what this person is speaking about. So, we see with our eyes, but what we see is based on the lens of perception we are currently wearing. Let's say we all have a prescription, a personal prescription that has been written for the way that we see the world. It was conditioned into us by the way we grew up, what we saw, the things that we saw were possible, what we saw wasn't possible, the beliefs that were instilled to us created a framework for whatever paradigm we're working under. No one has an objective perception. No one. No one is exempt from conditioning. That's why no one has an objective perception. Everybody has a filter or a lens of perception that they see the world through. Everybody. Even the people that, like myself, who teach about awareness, paradigms, and being conscious and subconscious are operating under a paradigm of being aware of paradigms. How do you get out of paradigms? I don't know if you can. I think it's a paradigm to say that you're out of the paradigm, if you really think about paradigms, but I won't go there because I don't want to mind fuck you guys. Let's stick with just understanding what a paradigm is. It is a framework a model or a pattern that was given to us for our way to think, our way to perceive, and our way to respond to the world going on around us. Why is this important? It's important to understand what paradigm you want because they are influencing the way you are operating in your life. They are influencing what you see. The paradigms influence everything. But the most important things they influence, I actually want to share with you guys, and so that you can get a better grips on this. Paradigm, again, is a collection of beliefs that are held by a certain group of people or by a group of people that have been shared, passed on, and believed for many generations. I'll give you some broad examples of paradigms. Paradigm, broad example, gender roles. Girls wear pink, boys wear blue. These are paradigms. We have paradigms within our culture. Whether you're whatever race you are, where you come from, the traditions that grew up in your family, those are all paradigms. We have society paradigms. You know, red at the light means stop. Green at the light means go. It's a paradigm that we use a car for a means of transportation. This is a paradigm. It's a paradigm that we use the internet or social media to now communicate with each other. That's a new paradigm that shifted the way we can communicate with each other. So that would be like a paradigm shift that you've been actually able to, a big paradigm shift that you've been actually able to see. And it can be based off of the full collective, the majority collective of society, or the paradigms can be based off of your particular culture, maybe where you grew up, or the particular family you grew up in, or your mom and dad. It can be broke down to all of that, or the kind of friends you had, the schools you went to, the type of things you were exposed to, the agreements you have made about what is true. So the most important things that your paradigm controls is, one, your action and reaction to everything. Your action and reaction to everything is controlled by the paradigm. Your model for your way of thinking, your model for your way of responding, your model for your way of perceiving. What you study and what you research in this world will be based on your paradigm. What type of questions you ask of the world will be based on your paradigm. The type of questions you ask of life. The questions will be structured, and the nature of those questions will be based upon your paradigm. The way you interpret the results you get from anything that happens in your life is based on your paradigm. So that's why you understand that paradigms are very important. And here's some key things you need to know. Most people do not believe that they are in a paradigm. Most people believe that the way they see things is the way it is. And it can only be that way until proved otherwise, of course, and then they shift into another type of paradigm. Most people are unaware that they operate based on a certain pattern or a certain structure or a certain model. Most people don't understand that what they see and what they perceive can only be